Hey gang, it's me again. I'm shooting for the stars with another, no doubt, hugely popular light video. So this is all my torches. We call them torches in Australia. I know everywhere else you often think of like a flaming, burning stick, but torches, lights, flashlights, whatever, this is the ones that I have. I'm not a real enthusiast. I'm actually quite pragmatic with my torch purchases. Generally, the only ones I use in a meaningful way are this one, and this one. This one is new, this one is sort of out of date and just around the house, and this one I'm still kind of figuring out. So I'll go into what I've got. First, I'll start with the smallest one. This is the Surefire Titan A. This is a little aluminium sort of twisty style torch, just 2 modes, 125 lumens on max, 15 lumens on the low setting, and that's all you get. That's the two. Very, very simple, very sort of reliable though. So single AAA battery, lasts a good long time, especially if you just keep rolling it on the low. 8 hours from the 8 hours from the lowest setting. So really good for just getting from the car to your front door, all that sort of business. All the stuff we really use most of our lights for, but you know what, it's bright enough to get around my garden as well, get to my shed, find, you know, whatever Cedric's been chewing on in the middle of the night, all that sort of stuff, so that's good. Kicking it up a notch in both size and in terms of illumination this is the Surefire Sidekick. I'm not a big Surefire fanboy, but I think I've said before, I do subscribe to the kind of buy once, cry once philosophy about things I'm not particularly invested in collecting. So I've had great durability out of this one. So I sort of went with this one for another try for my other set of keys. We have 2 cars, 2 sets of keys, 2 adults in the house. So this is a stepped up version. This is a 300 lumen max on this bad boy here. And then you can drop it down to 60 lumens and then down to 5 lumens. So that's a you know, 3 mode, but you know, I generally just keep it in the highest mode torch there. Very good, very powerful, kind of bulky though, pretty big, and as has been pointed out to me, it's sort of been almost superseded by the Nightcore tip in terms of just value and pretty much everything really. So interesting to read that. As I said, I'm not a massive torch guy, so I kind of am not on the pulse here. Has a recharging port, which I wish was covered up, but it isn't, so there you go. It's about the same weight as this one, so it really is up to you what sort of little keychain light you want to get from through night. So, Surefire. Oh, all these torch names, they're just very samey. So this is my newest one. This is my Olight S2R baton. I had the S1 baton for a while. That was a really good torch, but as with all these things, they become outdated. And with that one, I was getting sick of the CR123 rat race because those batteries are expensive. So this one's rechargeable, single 18650 in here. Comes with a little magnetic charging doodle thing here, really good. It's just a side switch only, so the high is 1020 lumens, back down to you know, when it's just a normal high, 500. Back down to, what is it, 120. So yeah, that's right, hold these ones. So 120 lumens there, and then moonlight mode is like 0.5 of a lumen, which is great. That goes for like 60 days. 60 days. And then 12 lumens, which is the next highest one, 120 hours. So good lifetimes on this one here. Very cool. Magnetic base, weird Olight clip, so it stores upright in your pocket. I guess that way you know if you've accidentally turned it on, but I do prefer my clips going that way, that's for sure. Anyway, the next one is the S30R Baton Series 2. This is outdated for me only because really they've moved to this charger, which just straight up is repelled by this. Repelled. It's like it won't. See? No, I won't. No. So yeah, obviously I'm not supposed to put this charger on this torch. It came with a little base stand one, which I've lost. It has more or less very similar specs to the S2R, except the beam shots are slightly different. This one has a little bit more throw in it, a bit more of a deep cone there. So that's that one there, but really effectively very similar performers, slightly bigger. Just, you know, a little bit older. That's what happens in the torch game. It just keeps on moving, you know. Wow, look at them. Yeah. It's kind of like a bit, you know, little bit sus, something about that. Anyway, so that's that one. It's still fine. I just need to get an old-fashioned 18650 charger and have that somewhere in the house to keep using it. Every now and then we've got it at work, every now and then I'll put the battery on that, keep this bad boy going, because there's really nothing wrong with it apart from the charger's lost. So there you go. Moving up to my main torch that I do take to work. I do work like outdoors at night a fair bit, and often need to find stuff. This is a proper like tactical style throwy light, so it's got a nice deep bezel there, like goes all the way, LEDs all the way back here. 2000 lumens on the max on this bad boy. You can drop it down to 500 for less strenuous stuff. And then down to, 100 lumens, then down to 20 lumens. And then there is a moonlight minimum mode of, I think I need to turn it off. I can't remember how to get to it. I barely use the moonlight mode on this one because it's just not what I got it for. It's also got a momentary, so it's got this hinge switch here, has momentary strobe. So you can momentarily dazzle someone. So kind of cool if you're into that sort of, in one of those fields where you might be doing a bit of this. So yeah, I don't know. So that's that, and then my last one, this is a Claris X, torch names just suck, XT11 GT. They really do limit themselves. You can't just casually be into torches. Well, I mean, I guess I am, but yeah, you just know nothing. You feel like a complete noob, even when you've got a few decent ones, and I know these are decent ones. But anyway, so that's the Claris XT11 GT. Ugh. Very good thrower, 2000 lumens, decent clip on it, side switch is good for mode selection, good buttons at the back, so it's a good torch, I like it a lot. And then lastly is a mag light, one of my longest term subscribers, Flash Domingo, sent this one to me a long time ago, but it had the old incandescent bulb in it, so like classic mag light styles. And you know what? Even with an incandescent bulb, very little throws as good as this head right here. It is dazzling. Even with a yellowing old, tube bulb, absolutely fine. But I swapped it to an LED, only about I think a 250 lumen LED bulb. I can't remember exactly, but really, even with this 2000 lumen torch, this has the candela behind it to push that meager lumens a lot further than even the 2000 looms flies in this one. Just that throw is it's like a spotlight. I mean, you can do the classic mag-like thing of narrowing and broadening and stuff, but keep it nice and narrow. You can needle this in on things a long way away, even still. Very good, strong build. Classic home defense article, really, the mag light, isn't it? Like, you hear a noise in the night, you whack this over your shoulder, so you got light this way, and then, something jumps out at you, quite easily turned it into a bit of a cudgel there, hey? Give them the good old what for, Very cool. So that's all my torches. I'm not a big torch guy, as you can see, but I do, like with anything, appreciate something that is well made. I generally do prescribe to buy once, cry once for my torches, and none of these have really let me down at all. I've had some Phoenixes that have kind of gone the way of the Dodo. They just kind of stopped working. I've had a couple of other O-lights that have been a little bit dicky, the little S. What are they called? The little i3S's. A couple of them have gone through. A couple of through nights. What was it called? That one that everyone had, the T10. Was it the T10? Yeah, I had one of those that the clicky switch stopped working. And Archer as well, that got a bit dicky as well. These ones have all stood the test of time. So that's my torch collection. I hope you didn't hate this video. Hey, if you like seeing more of my torches, press a thumbs up. I guarantee you there won't be too many thumbs ups. All right. I might even have to work on my torch presentation. But you know what? If you want good torch reviews, go and watch my internet buddy, Advanced Knife Bro. He should really be called Advanced Torch Broker or Advanced Flashlight Brokers. He knows his stuff. Alright gang, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.